Hello, I'm Jimmy Somerville, and as you know, I took the position as Vice President of Distribution about half a year back. And before this, we relied on a lot of very old school inefficient methods like the single pick method, paper picking, not having an advanced warehouse management system. Everything was manual by hand, and we had to look at it on our own, and we were falling behind. And because a lot of these operating inefficiencies, we were losing customers and sales. A lot of other companies started to upgrade their warehouses and manufacturing and distribution, and we are kind of falling behind, and we faced pressure from rising costs and just not being able to meet the competition anymore because our competitors were able to sell their products for cheaper, and we just had too many operational inefficiencies that threatened us and hurt us. At first we used the first in first out process, but that was inconsistent and harder to get those products out as our storage and inventory wasn't super organized, so it was hard to figure out which ones were first in. But we like doing the first in because we don't like too many of our chairs sitting in a warehouse for too long, so that's why we did go with that. But in reality, it didn't really make all that sense, and it just caused a lot of mis-slotting errors. To start our company, we really viewed our warehouse as just like a simple storage facility and not like an actual huge part of the business, and just like a critical hub for us. You can cut a lot of costs in the supply chain sector of things and the distribution sector. It's super important. You can have kind of a poor product, maybe even a poor business model, but if you are awesome on the supply chain side and cut down a lot of costs and are efficient there, you can still be a very successful business. So we weren't kind of putting as much time and energy into the supply chain sector originally. So the first part of becoming the VP was just kind of changing the mentality on that and taking more pride in the logistics side of things. So to add on to that, we want to use the logistics side of things as a competitive advantage for us. And you do that through speed and accuracy, but we need to talk about how we are going to achieve newer speed and accuracy. First things first, a lot of our old leaders and our warehouse managers just weren't great at their job and weren't great for the culture. They were kind of just lazy and kind of doing as little as they could to get by, and we kind of wanted to redefine the role as not just like a floor supervisor, but really like a good strong business leader that's working with the operations teams out there, but also talking to people inside, the salespeople, to really get a good idea of what's happening and what they need to do. One thing to really optimize our warehouse process, we got a new warehouse management system, and it costs definitely money to kickstart this new system with the software and technology. But to start with receiving and putting away, our new system is a point-based and scheduled, and it helps smooth out the flow of goods. It uses logic to help put away the certain items, and it assigns these products where to go based on what they are, their size, their velocity, which means how fast they usually get in and out of the warehouse, if it's a popular product or not. So doing this for us, the machine figures out, oh, this is coming in, this product's coming in, then it should go here, and it's already done for us, instead of us always kind of having to think about it on our own. It saves a lot of time and energy, and this has definitely reduced the time from dock to stock, which means when a product gets in versus when it's actually stocked and put away. As far as the order side goes, our pick our pick ticket system was definitely not very efficient. We used to be very reactive with a pick list printed as orders arrived, which just was just inefficient because we would get the picks and have to walk the pickers. There was no actual system for it. The pickers would receive it from anywhere. They could walk all the way to the other side of the warehouse to have to get it, where now our system, it's not possible for a worker to receive their pick from their specific zone and have to go to a way different zone across another warehouse, because that's just a waste of time. So now our new system enables these workers to just work in their zone. So whenever the pick tickets come in, it's not just random. They know where it's going to be, and they know where they're where in their zone it's going to be, because it tells them that too. The system also intelligently places these picks in order to minimize travel time. So it'll put like the first order out, maybe it'll be going west, and the next one will be further west, and the next one could be further west, and the next one maybe slightly north. It'll put you in a perfect route to save time. And the system also takes into account things like shipping method and destination. So another word for this is order batching or wave picking. So it puts a bunch of orders together that it knows it's going to be shipped together. Just another way to phrase it. For smaller orders, we also utilize cluster picking. So for example, if a picker is going to collect just like one small chair, we're going to have them collect more. So more small orders from that same spot. So we're not wasting their time going there and going somewhere else. Then yeah, just saves time. We also used to use paper pick list, which is pretty old-fashioned, just because that's how my great-grandpa started this small chair business. I always wanted to be done that way. It was kind of hard to move on with the company from this old school way, but yeah, paper, just way more prone to errors, because once it's done, it's done. It can be inefficient. The new technology we use, it can change and adapt at any given moment's notice. So yeah, it's always scanning our inventory, scanning the systems, figuring out, updating what picks need to be done and what times, and in order from urgent to non-urgent. We use the pick by voice method in some sectors of the warehouse, so that's obviously pretty high infrastructure cost. And we also use the radio frequency scanning to pinpoint exactly where different materials are and where to find it. They're both optimal in kind of different parts of the warehouse, and just to do the voice system all around would have been pretty expensive, so that's the reasoning behind that. Our picking accuracy, after all of the new things we've done, it has increased from 75% to 92%, so definitely still not quite where we want to be, but we're getting there, and especially with all this being installed recently, it's still got room to grow. Our new warehouse management system also is always looking out for like fast moving items and looking to replenish them. So this is to make sure that we never go out of stock. So it puts in tasks and different orders for us to do, that we have to do, to make sure that our fast moving and popular chairs get replaced as fast as possible, by whether that's building more, ordering the material for more chairs. Just depends on the timeline and exactly how much time we need to get more chairs. One cool thing about our system too, it has a sort of an optimized dispatch, which means our system like communicates and integrates with the shipping carriers to find the most optimal one, the one that costs the least money, the one that makes the most sense for where the product's going. And it also automatically generates the labels and packing slips for these products, which this just makes it run a lot more smoothly, saves us time, and speeds and shortens our lead times. Some other bonuses of our new warehouse management system. It wasn't just a software purchase. It was with this move allowed us to do all new things in the warehouse and helped us to optimize our distribution process in pretty much every possible way. We always get like a full real-time picture where inventory's at, just by looking at a screen. We now have like a lot more like data metrics that we have for like our pick per hour rates. We have better forecasting for how many chairs are getting out. We have better idea of like what products are selling at higher levels, what zones are better, what parts of the warehouse operate better. We just have a lot more data now that tells us different information, and this helps to optimize our labor space and just like the overall flow of our inventory. We've achieved a 15% reduction in labor cost due to just our optimized picking routes and streamlined tasks. We have improved order accuracy and now have better planning too, because we have better planning because of our more accurate demand forecasting, allowing us to better find that good balance of inventory where you don't too much but you don't too little. So we've cut down costs there. To wrap this all up, we have definitely seen and noticed how all of these improvements in our distribution and warehouses have affected us. You can just see it in our financial impact, our increased revenue. Our customers are just more likely to come back to us and keep buying from us just because we have a more faster, accurate process now. Save costs for us. It also allows us to lower the prices of our goods to compete more with other companies because our process is now simpler and cheaper. And this has helped kind of give us a competitive edge that has contributed to a 5% increase in repeat business to be exact. And we have achieved a 10% reduction in our overall distribution cost as a whole, which is awesome. And this is just a direct result of reduced labor hours, less errors and returns. Errors and returns are horrible. It's a waste of time and money. Well, time is money, so it's a waste of money and money. And this is also a result of optimized inventory holding and reduced carrying costs. So our new warehouse management system and all these new, and what those little improvements that system has allowed us to make has really helped our business after we were kind of scared it was falling off due to us not really willing to adapt and our single picking method, paper method, the wonky organization, pickers going all over, not being in zones, not taking good routes, all that. So I'm really happy that you guys gave me this opportunity, and I'm really happy I was able to help take our warehouse and distribution to the next level. And this is only the beginning, so this will be our baseline from now on, and it should really only get better as we better learn the systems. Our pickers get better. We filter out different workers and everything. So thank you.